Shall we get my next guest out? Yeah. First, let's introduce him properly. Mackenzie! Please welcome Mackenzie Crook.
3 is the magic number. Somewhere in that ancient mystic trinity. 3 is the magic number.
Oh. Mackenzie, how are you?
Very well, thank you.
Good to see Mackenzie Crook back on the show. You look very well, you look very healthy, you look very happy.
Thank you very much.
Life going well for you?
Yes, yeah.
How many kids do you have now, Mackenzie?
2.
2. How old are they?
One's 5 years old, Jude is 5, and my daughter Scout is 4 months.
4 months. That's such a lovely, what a lovely age as well.
Yeah.
And how is the 5-year-old dealing with the arrival of the new one? Is she?
He loves her. We built it all up, the big brother role, and no hint of jealousy. He adores her.
That's isn't that a lovely thing?
Yes.
Wow. And do they know what you do for a living? What Daddy does?
Jude definitely does. The 4-month-old is, having a little bit of trouble grasping that, but
yeah, likes in Pirates of the Caribbean, doesn't quite understand The Office, the 4-month-old one.
But no, Jude definitely understands. Yeah, and in fact, he kind of shows off here. Yeah.
You know, I just mentioned Pirates of the Caribbean there, of course, and that's a very popular movie with all ages, but kids love them, don't they? They love those films. I'm sure you get a lot of feedback from kids. 3 big movies. Will they make a 4th? Because they normally in Hollywood, when something's a big hit, they keep doing it.
Yeah, where there's $1 billion to be made, I'm sure they won't leave it. I almost hope they will leave it at the 3 movies. I think that would be a brave decision to do, but I'm sure, in a few years' time, they might think about making another one if they can get everyone back together again.
I guess if they couldn't get the key people back together, then it wouldn't really work. I mean, they could keep doing it, but it wouldn't have the same cachet, because Johnny Depp is so fantastic in that role, of course.
Yeah, exactly.
Keira, Orlando, they're all, it's a terrific cast, and of course you're great in as well. What I loved was seeing his father turn up, of course, played by
Keith Richards.
Keith Richards, which was fantastic to see him, and he was so perfect. Did you get to meet him? Were you there the days they were filming those parts?
Yeah, I was in that scene. Yeah, and in fact, we went to the same school together, not at the same time, obviously.
You went to the same school as Keith Richards?
Yeah.
I'm surprised the school doesn't keep that quite quiet.
Yeah. So yeah, we chatted about our school days.
That's so weird. And had it changed a lot since when he was there to when you were there?
Well, he hated it and I didn't much like it either, so no, I guess it's pretty much the same.
A lot of common ground.
Yeah.
And do you think, studying him or seeing him work up close, do you think he would have what it took to be a proper actor if he wanted to do that? Not that he needs to pursue another career, but if he chose to do that? That's a no, then.
Well,
yeah.
He's very good at playing the guitar, though, isn't he? I reckon he should stick to that.
Yeah, he doesn't need... Why should he look elsewhere?
Yeah.
He doesn't need to. OK, let me ask you about other stuff you've been doing and other shows you're working, because you have a new movie out over here in the UK now, and I do hope we see some more Pirates of the Caribbean again, but you have a new movie, it's called 3 Now.
Yeah.
The fellas saying 3 is a magic number when you came, because the 3 part of it is important to the film. What's the plot about? What's the reference there?
It's basically, I play a tube driver who has the misfortune of having 2 people accidentally fall under his train in a matter of weeks, and then some of his colleagues tell him that there's a rule that if this happens 3 times in a month, you get retired with 10 years' wages lump sum.
And your character, obviously, is keen. He's not in this for the career, he's doing it just to...
He decides, to go out and find someone who might possibly willingly throw themselves under his train. What? That's all right, isn't it?
Harder to find than you would think, I imagine.
Yeah. Well, that's the premise, but it's sort of a road movie as well, and it's quite a heartfelt comedy. It's not dwelling on people throwing themselves in front of trains.
That's just a plot twist.
Yes.
Did you study for this at all? Some actors I know like to immerse themselves in the kind of lives of the people they're going to play. Others choose not to. Just use their imagination. Do you like to pick up the tricks of the trade, so to speak?
Well, I learned to drive a tube train. I drove a tube train, which was a great thrill. And
I imagine that's fairly complex, takes you a long while to master, quite a lot of things involved in doing when you're in there?
Well, they put aside half an hour to teach me. It probably took about 5-10 minutes.
Right, so it's not a challenging thing to do then?
It's not a difficult thing to do, but then I have to say that once fully laden, these trains hold 1,000 people, so, the driver is in charge of 1,000 lives behind him or her, and so, you can't have an ultra-complicated cockpit there to handle.
So what's actually in the cockpit, then? Is it like a plane's cockpit, or something?
It's basically a handle. You go push it forward to go forward, and then you kind of let go of it to stop. And then there's a big yellow button that says windscreen wipers above it. I don't know what that one's for, but, you know.
You didn't get to that level of the training, no, because why would you need to learn that?
Yeah.
We have a trailer. The film opens next Friday
Yeah.
here in the UK. I'm going to ask you some more, because he's got a great cast in it with you. This is a clip of Mackenzie in action in 3 Now.
Ever felt your life was on the wrong track? One was an accident.
First one always stays with you.
2 was bad luck.
Poorly. Second in a month. It's becoming a habit.
3 was his chance of a lifetime.
You hit 3 people in a month. They pay you off 10 years' salary.
Lump sum, thank you very much.
Now, how easy will it be
Wow, is that you?
to take a life?
You're driving the train, you can jump. Jump? Are you crazy? I'd be killed. That's the general idea.
It's a sin to deliberately run someone down with your train if you're